Hey everybody, how's it going? Josh here, and today we're going to talk about the Eternals. Now, the Eternals were rumored to be a part of James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, before obviously James Gunn was infamously kicked off the project. The leading rumors were that James Gunn was to some capacity going to introduce the Eternals, whether it be one Eternal, a few Eternals, but they were going to be in the movie, kind of basically just to set up some stuff to get people looking forward to the Eternals when their movie is about to come out. I don't know how they were going to do it, considering Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 already kind of had its plot set with the introduction of the Sovereign in Volume 2 and Aisha and all that stuff. It did appear, and James Gunn kind of confirmed, that Adam Warlock, at least according to his script and his vision for the movie, Adam Warlock was going to be the villain for Volume 3. Now that can really change a lot at this point, since James Gunn, yes, did write the script, but since they aren't starting production yet, they don't have a director yet, just like with the whole Ant-Man saga, likely rewrites will ensue, especially depending on which director they get. Certain directors are more flexible about it, but most directors do want to do some changes, whether minimal or major, to a script to make it more of their own vision, since they are the director. Now with James Gunn leaving, like I said before, Marvel suspended Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3's production to the point where they removed that release date. So currently, as far as I know, nothing is there for the release date. There's rumors they might move stuff up or last minute kind of include something in there, but for the moment it doesn't seem like Marvel's really rushing to have a movie out there. And I guess they don't really have to, because even with that removed, they still have 2 other movies that year. Avengers 4, actually, getting back into that, had reshoots. And a big part of those reshoots, according to a lot of sources, was Guardians of the Galaxy scenes kind of wrapping it up differently than originally intended, more so to fit the fact that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 may come a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, or never. So more or less kind of giving the Guardians a more open-ended exit of sorts, I guess, to satisfy them either kind of going off into the sunset or maybe returning. So with the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise in limbo, more or less at the moment, there's a lot of theories going on about what will take its place. Will Thor take its place, for example? That's the biggest theory, especially because when Thor was in Avengers Infinity War with the Guardians of the Galaxy, the chemistry was pretty good, especially with characters like Rocket, who I think it's worth mentioning survived the snap. So in theory, if they basically wanted to combine the Guardians franchise with the Thor franchise, which they could do in certain respects, since they did, like I said before, bounce off each other very well, and I think the fan reception was pretty positive, they could easily do that if they just want to use characters that survived the snap. But getting back to the Eternals and that focus, Avengers Infinity War actually set up quite a bit with the Eternals, but not really in your face. And what I mean by this is when Thanos was talking with Doctor Strange on Titan, and he used a reality stone and it showed us Titan and what it looked like in its heyday, kind of gave us a general backstory of the Eternal race, Titan, Thanos, all that stuff. It kind of was more or less a backdoor to a backdoor pilot to an Eternals type movie. And the reason why I say that is because it's very possible the snap will be simply undone. And with that, things are going to come back to life, sentient life across the universe will go back to what it was before the snap. But at the same time, it is very possible, depending on the user of the gauntlet, they might undo other things. And one that's very possible is Titan being restored to life. And that's one theory. A theory is that Titan will come back to life and the movie will end, kind of like a nod to the comics, with Thanos kind of just farming on some land at peace. That's one theory out there. I don't really know if that's going to actually happen or not. I feel like they're probably going to kill Thanos off in some way, shape, or form. And another possible side effect as well is, maybe some primordial cosmic entities return as well. So Galactus, if you will, since everyone wants to mention Galactus being a part of Avengers 4 for whatever reason. Pretty much to wrap this up, yes, Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy teamed up together in some way, shape, or form could explore the Eternals' place in the MCU going forward as the 2 premier cosmic franchises of the Marvel Universe, but it's also very possible as well that simply with Guardians of the Galaxy gone at the moment, Avengers 4 will simply be used a little bit more as a backdoor pilot to kind of set up the Eternals, and maybe they'll do it in the way I mentioned, with it being a possible side effect of the snap being undone, or maybe it'll be a totally different direction with the Eternals secretly already being around, they're just in hiding. Comment below your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about this? How do you think the Eternals are going to maybe appear post Avengers 4, because they are still getting a movie, so we do need some sort of setup for them in some way, shape, or form. Maybe Captain Marvel will have some setup, we don't know, but comment below your guys' thoughts, and we'll see you guys later.